What do YouTube, man? It's your boy Kev, man. I'm back at y'all with another video, man. As a kid from the title, I'm back at y'all with some more weather, man. We got another tornado reaction. Today we're doing Jarrell Tornado, man. 20 years later. I remember when I did, when I reacted to, I done Joplin. Shout out to y'all, man. That got a good interaction. Crazy tornado. Joplin was insane. Killed over 100, like about 160 people. It was insane. And I did the Moore, Oklahoma. I think those are the two tornado documentaries that I've done. I can't remember. I might have done Tuscaloosa too. I can't remember. If not, I need to do that one. I can't remember if I've done it or not. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But today, man, we got Jarrell, Texas tornado. This is 20 years later. I seen some people comment, said I should react to this one. But yeah, man, I've been trying to get back on my YouTube shit, man. I've been working a lot too, so it's just been kind of tough to do videos. But yeah, man, you know, now we get, usually when they get into like the winter time and or more, we usually want to get, goddamn fly. Usually want to get into the like more of the fall time and stuff like that. I'm usually able to do more videos, have more time to do more videos, man. So this is definitely the time of the year where I definitely lock in and make sure I'm doing videos. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna talk too much. Before we get started, man, make sure I like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure I hit that post notification button, man, so you know your boy posts. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this motherfucking video, man. Let's get it. The Jarrell Tornado. Tornado sirens are creepy, man. 1997. Wow. This is the year before I was born. Actually, this is the year my parents actually got married. But yeah, this is the year right before I was born. That's crazy. 1997.
I was expecting a funnel clap. There wasn't a funnel. It was all the way across. Big dog.
Do y'all see that? Bro, I'm real with you, dog. Like, imagine, like, just coming out imagine coming out the back patio of your house or something, bro, and you see that coming towards you. Like, dude, I thought Moore Oklahoma was bad too, and Joplin was bad too, but Jesus Christ. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
It was really total, complete destruction.
It was too large to outrun, and judging by the damage, too strong to have survived it in anything except away from its path.
Houses were obliterated. I'm talking about everything in the house was taken. Their flooring was taken. Bathtubs that you would normally go
I was about
into.
to say, this one looks like if you... Ooh, I don't know how often tornadoes happen in this area of Texas, but this one seems like, I'm sorry, I know we're like 40 seconds and I'm already pausing, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This seems like one of them tornadoes where it's like, if you're not underground or if you're not, yeah, I'm be honest with you, this is one of them tornadoes. I feel like if you're not underground, there's a real slim chance of you living. Like, and I mean slim, like damn near impossible. Like, because this tornado looked bad, I ain't gonna lie.
We're gone.
And they said, hey, we found a body over here, and we found a body over here, and nobody could tell who they are. You could just barely see the figure. And
Once you've witnessed it, you never get over it.
The tornado was totally beyond our control, but people just stepped up immediately to try to help, to try to donate, to try to comfort, to do all of those kinds of things, not just for a day, but for a long time after.
Vampire blood is the same color as a human's. Just ask Quinn. He was looking at his...
I'm Albert Ramon.
I'm Terry Gruca. A lot of things in life are out of our control.
And 20 years ago, May 27th, 1997, Mother Nature took everything from the town of Jarrell. The tornado that touched down took 27 people away from their loved ones.
The survivors' stories are heart-wrenching. They describe images most of us can't imagine seeing with our own eyes.
But to begin to understand how much they've lost, you have to know how it starts with one of the deadliest tornadoes in Texas history. May in Central Texas, the stormiest and at times the most violent time of the year. But the first few weeks of May 1997 were unusually calm.
There were hardly any tornadoes anywhere on the plains.
Former TV meteorologist Lon Curtis was an assistant district attorney for Bell County and an experienced storm chaser.
Nobody was having big storms.
Take a look at the satellite from this afternoon and see the explosion.
That all changed on the 27th.
And the strongest storms are taking place.
The humidity was sweltering at 6:30 in the morning.
The atmosphere was primed, moisture content was high, and there was an incredible amount of instability.
I had never felt that kind of humidity at that hour of the day.
Then a gravity wave, a ripple in the atmosphere produced by storms in Oklahoma and Arkansas the day before, collided with that muggy air mass over central Texas, and the fuse was lit.
It looked like an atomic bomb had gone off.
That explosion in the atmosphere kicked off just south of Waco, just after lunchtime.
This cumulonimbus that just went straight up in the air before it spread out.
In just 40 minutes, the first of 22 tornadoes would drop near Lorena, Texas, and continue southward over the next 2 hours.
And I just jumped out and started rolling as fast as I could.
KVUE photojournalist Scott Guess intercepted the storm as it moved into southern Bell County near the community of Prairie Dell.
Initially, it was just a singular thin cloud.
Greg, keep looking for another one.
Debris from the ground.
So this shit, it's one of them type of tornadoes where it started off. So I see it was one of them type of scenarios where it started off kind of small, and then it just, that shit just got big. Like, that's kind of how the Tuscaloosa one was. Kind of grew fast. I'm be honest with y'all, man. Now that I'm thinking, I might have done Tuscaloosa, bro. Or did I do Tuscaloosa on my last channel? I don't even know, bro. But I gotta see, cause now I do remember reacting to Tuscaloosa tornado. I just can't remember which channel it was on. I'm be real with y'all. I don't know if it was on this channel or my original channel. I don't even remember.
The storm south, witnessing the same developing tornado about 10 miles north of Jarrell.
And that just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
You just didn't really have a sense of how big it was until it hit one of the hay bales.
How did it get that
hit one
big,
almost
though?
directly and just flung it up into the air like it was nothing.
I don't know what the thing's gonna do. I seen the movie Twister. That's all I know.
Were you scared?
A little bit.
God, look at that.
It was literally coming directly toward us, straight down I-35.
There was one more foreboding signature of this monster tornado. It was moving in an unusual direction, southwest, along a stalled boundary stretched from west of the interstate.
Okay, man. This is the point. Let's move it.
At that point, we were like, we need to move.
Scott and his reporter Greg moved farther north. The tornado was approaching the west side of Jarrell. It had grown into an F5 monster.
But now it was huge, way bigger.
In a matter of minutes.
What I wasn't prepared for is the rapid intensification from what had been a small, narrow, relatively weak tornado at Prairie Dell, and 4 miles down the road, it's 600 yards wide.
That's 3/4 of a mile wide, or 13 football fields laid end to end.
And I yelled at my reporter,
Look at the size of it now.
now instead of it looking like a traditional tornado like you see, it looked like just a big wedge from the ground up.
Inside the wedge, winds exceeding 260 miles per hour.
So I didn't know that when the wedge happened, that was in a neighborhood.
The horror lasted for 2 to 3 minutes over the Double Creek Estate subdivision, the intense winds erasing homes and lives.
Now reporting another one on the ground near Jarrell.
What I heard just sent chills up and down my spine. Every highway patrol unit that checked on that frequency was go to Jarrell. You're needed in Jarrell.
You know, when you look at typical tornado aftermath, it looks like a neighborhood has been blenderized. But when we got to the neighborhood, you couldn't tell there was even a neighborhood.
From where those people are standing in the yellow jacket right there, from there over was houses.
There was nothing left.
Trailers, real houses.
There was nothing left.
I was about to say, it just looked like grass, but it don't look like there was a neighborhood there.
No, sir. That's my first tornado. Hope it's my last.
Where are the ranges? Where are the refrigerators? Where are the washing machines? Where are the outside air conditioning units? Nobody knew where they were.
The foundations were swept clean.
People got out there, and where were the people that were in these houses?
Tim Marshall, a meteorologist and civil engineer, assessed the damage.
They couldn't find the people that were in these houses until they started looking more closely.
The winds within the storm so intense that every piece of debris was shrapnel, shredding everything in its path. Homes, livestock, people. All that was left was pieces.
Basically, they found a finger over here or a wrist over there, and they were able to try to piece back together the people, literally, to try to identify them.
The unthinkable had just happened. The same storm system produced additional tornadoes as it continued its deadly path southward.
Trees down, power lines down, everything's down.
Cedar Park was hit by an F3 tornado, destroying an Albertsons grocery store.
Just jumped the road and came over here so quick, everybody just ran inside, and then that's when the roof collapsed.
People survived inside the store's walk-in coolers thanks to a quick-thinking store manager. Home video shows the tornado approach, then strike the Buttercup subdivision, a neighborhood in shambles. 70-mile-per-hour winds and flooding rain roared through Austin.
So folks in the downtown Austin area, you need to take shelter immediately.
A 38-year-old woman killed along Show Creek from flash flooding. Then on the south shores of Lake Travis, an F4 tornado, destroying dozens of homes south of Briarcliff in the Hazy Hills subdivision. A 25-year-old man killed as his mobile home and pickup truck were destroyed. By sunset, 30 people were dead, 27 in Jarrell. It's one thing to talk about how fierce this tornado was. It's another.
So by that time, it was 30 people dead, but 27 of them was in one place. Sheesh. Damn. That's crazy, bro.
To have lived through it.
I think altogether it lasted about 10 minutes.
So
but
right
it seemed
here,
like it was
when it grew this big, they didn't even realize. So they're saying they didn't even realize that it was actually, that was right when in this moment right here, this shit was in a fucking residential area right here. Just fucking destroying houses. Like, shit, bro.
Families praying for safety in the places they've been told to run to their whole lives. A closet, a bathroom. Except this tornado didn't care if you were right in its path. The chances of survival dropped to 0.
We can't remind you enough that this is a powerful storm. You need to stay indoors and you need to stay off the telephone emergency.
When the storm warning sounded in Jarrell on May 27, 1997, many people rushed home thinking that was the safest place to seek shelter.
Only to learn no place was safe.
Look at the size of it now.
Something about Mother Nature draws human nature.
About 6, 7 miles.
It makes us stop.
It's tore up all kinds of stuff. You can see the houses, pieces flying.
Even when we shouldn't.
We stood and watched it coming at us.
400 people lived in Jarrell in 1997. Most of them, like Bonnie Hammett, rushed home May 27th when the weather warning sounded.
And didn't realize that that's what it was.
I was scared to death.
Very scared. Very scared. We had never been anything like that. And it was the first day after that school had let out. And my daughter was staying with my mom.
Bonnie and her family huddled in a bathroom, the kids in the tub.
I said, grab mattresses out of the trailer so we can cover with them.
Brenda Cooper sought cover in her family's rock quarry.
We got down in the deepest quarry, the hole that we had dug. And you could hear the wind and the blowing and hear the debris going around. And of course, we were looking.
2 women with no idea how their lives were about to change.
I think altogether it lasted about 10 minutes, but it seemed like it was forever.
A 10-minute tirade, 7.6 miles long, 3/4 of a mile wide, tore through their town.
There wasn't a ceiling in the next room. And I'm looking and I'm pushing myself back down, and she's sitting there going, "What are you doing?" I said, "There's nothing out there."
3 businesses, 38 homes destroyed.
We could hear the ambulances, but they never left. And that was the hard part.
It was unbelievable how houses were totally gone.
Total devastation.
Everything was down to the slab.
Drew Sumner has lived in Jarrell most of his life and is Jarrell's athletic director.
We saw like a cow would be cut completely in half at the girth and just laying there dead, and we just saw one half the cow and couldn't find the other half the cow.
The ferocity of that situation, I can't begin to describe to you.
To this day, retired firefighter Mark McAdams has trouble describing what he witnessed.
Is it hard for you to talk about what you saw?
I'd just rather not talk about that.
The toughest part is the people lost.
The tornado just devastated them so and took all the hair off of them and everything. Nobody could tell who they are. You could just barely see the figure.
Families just totally wiped out.
The Igos lived right here.
Patricia King is the town historian.
The children and the wife were at the school, and they decided they better come home. And so they came home, and they all perished, all 5 of them.
The Mooring family, too.
Bro.
Mom, Dad, Eric, and Ryan, along with 2 of their friends, gone.
We lost a lot of kids. I think probably that was one of the hardest things.
In all, 27 people died, 13 of them children.
I think it changes your life.
In the days, weeks, and months that followed, help poured in.
The tornado was totally beyond our control, but people just stepped up immediately to try to help, to try to donate, to try to comfort, to do all of those kinds of things, not just for a day, but for a long time after.
That day changed Jarrell.
When you mention the word, Jarrell...
It's crazy, bro. Something like this, I wouldn't even wish this on... I wouldn't even wish this on the word of my worst enemy, bro. Like something like this shit's crazy. That one when he said that the person's like that the tornado took the hair off their body, bro. That low-key sent the chill through my spine, low-key. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane, bro. Like shit.
It's like a tornado.
It changed not just the conversations, but how people live.
We probably have a higher number of storm shelters per capita than is average in any town.
The storm cellar came before the house.
For Bonnie, this is her security blanket.
I won't go through one again on top of the ground.
Something about surviving a storm like this changes your perspective.
You never know when your day's coming. And live it to the fullest while you can. Because the next day you might not make it.
20 years can change a lot.
But you can't come back from it. It's not the same, but you can't come back.
But the questions linger.
You start thinking of all of these other people didn't make it. Why did we?
I'm gonna be going on to Whatnot to see how many Funko Pops I can buy with just $100. Let me be.
So I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Until May 27th, 1997, we had not had an F5 or F4 tornado in Williamson or Travis County.
So what have we learned from this storm? And what things have changed as a result when we come back?
20 years have passed since the Jarrell tornado. A lot has changed. News, technology, we've seen a lot of advancements.
But when it comes to our homes and how we build them, not much has changed.
I have never seen that intensity of damage in my career.
This is Tim Marshall.
Houses were obliterated.
A meteorologist.
I'm talking about everything in the house is taken.
And a civil engineer who says this tornado was unlike all others.
The destruction is so intense, it serves
I was about
as
to say, it seemed like this one wasn't obviously they said it took a unusual path when it touched down. But it's like, I guess the damage for this one was probably like was different than a lot of other big tornadoes, I guess, was what they're trying to say. Because I'll be honest with you, because even when I remember reacting to the Oklahoma, like the Oklahoma was bad too. Like it took homes like literally off their foundations. Like I remember I was reacting to this one lady that was a storm chaser, and literally they was literally tracking the storm, and you could literally see a whole house like floating in the fucking tornado, bro. Like that's some movie shit, bro. That shit is crazy. Like that shit is wild.
Baseline for which other tornadoes are rated against.
He surveyed the damage following the Jarrell tornado.
Flooring was taken. Commodes, bathtubs that you would normally go into were gone.
20 years later,
we have not learned our lesson about building better.
Most homes then and even now are rated to withstand 90-mile-per-hour winds.
We still build houses basically the same. And this is a problem.
Jarrell's F5 produced over 260-mile-per-hour winds.
Over a house in the core, it was there for 2 to 3 minutes. Now that duration is an eternity.
The tornado crawling at only 9 miles per hour, not just destroying everything in its path, but shredding and grinding the landscape.
You can't really build against a Jarrell-style tornado but very rarely are tornadoes Jarrell style.
Majority of tornadoes in central Texas are rated between EF0s and EF2s. That's winds between 65 and 135 miles per hour. Building better, building smarter can make the difference.
What you need to do is to anchor the wall down to the foundation with a strap. Then you need to solidly sheathe your home to lock it in like a box. And then you need to strap down the roof to the wall. So those three style connections are very important.
One of the most vulnerable areas, the garage.
Makes sense.
The garage
I feel like that would help keep it from.
And then it pressurizes the inside like a balloon. And then it removes the roof because of that.
But even hunkered down in a fortified house would not help in a monster like the F5 that struck Jarrell.
Jarrell being such a high-end
I don't think anything
was not really
can
survivable
that,
above ground.
It was pretty devastating.
Adam Richter is owner of Jarrell Storm Shelters.
Save your life is what it'll do.
His father-in-law started the business after the Jarrell disaster.
No one was expecting that storm, and if they would have had that, a shelter like this or similar, they'd be alive today.
They're rated for wind up to 250 miles an hour, which is the Jarrell-style event.
And despite what you may think,
the dirt compacted around it, everything, it's basically anchored into the ground.
Not all shelters have to be underground.
You can incorporate them into your house, so you can have one like in your closet, or in the garage.
For the cost of granite countertops, I mean, it's really not that much.
Something you get, and hopefully you'll never have to use it.
The way homes are constructed hasn't changed much in 2 decades, but weather technology has, especially when it comes to how tornadic storms are tracked.
Computer models are much better than they were 20 years ago.
John Zeitler is a meteorologist for the National Weather Service in New Braunfels.
We are picking up an apparent rotation in this particular storm.
Back in 1997, our radar only updated about every 5 to 6 minutes. Now we get updates literally every minute.
That is now moving across the north central portion.
So that, again, makes a big difference in determining the direction the storm's going.
One of the newest upgrades of Doppler radar is dual polarization. This gives meteorologists the ability to look inside the storm.
We can now very clearly tell that it's producing a tornado because we see the debris actually inside the storm.
The radar now sends both horizontal and vertical electromagnetic waves, spotting not only rain and hail, but tornadoes.
They can actually see debris that has been lofted by a tornado. You will not see that debris unless there is a tornado funneling it up into the air.
The new technology is leading to better and quicker warnings.
A lot of people have smartphones now, and with the internet, we can get that warning out much faster.
Yeah,
and that,
that's a good
along
thing
with
about
having a
phones,
plan of action,
think about
can
it.
save lives.
1997, I don't know exactly what they had during that time, but I would imagine, obviously, they had fully. My fault, y'all. Well, I was a little tired. I am fresh off of work, but, I feel like 1997, I don't think they had phones. They didn't have smartphones, obviously, so they wasn't able to get those, get a warning out there fast. But I feel like obviously now with smartphones and everything, you're able to get that warning out way faster. You know what I'm saying? Because I live in Woodbridge, Virginia. We've had times where we've had tornado watches. We never had warnings where something actually about to touch down, but we've had plenty of tornado watches. I think we've had plenty of times we've had storms come through that were capable of dropping a tornado, but just don't, But yeah, we haven't. I mean, from what I know, I think we have had one years ago. There was one here years ago, but I think it was on an EF2. Wasn't nothing crazy, but yeah, we don't. I mean, because I think on average, and where I live at Virginia, I looked it up one time. I think on average, in Virginia, there's only 14. Maybe 14 tornadoes a year, I think. Something like that. So I think it was I could be wrong. I could be a little off, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Because Virginia don't really get a lot of tornadoes here. But yeah.
Something like the tornado in Jarrell doesn't happen often, but there's nothing wrong with being prepared and having a plan of action just in case. We've said it over and over, but this storm changed people forever.
They will always have one eye on the sky. There will always be tension when there's severe weather in the forecast. But the survivors also remember the selflessness of complete strangers.
It was the long-lasting comfort providing to the people that suffered. That's what I want people to remember.
They were friends, entire families, loved ones, Texans.
Remembering the people who lost their lives, next. For the people of Jarrell, the number 27 surrounds them.
It is the day in May 1997 that the tornado ripped apart this small community.
It is the number of people who lost their lives.
And the score of the high school's first football game the summer following the storm.
For all the heartache that this community suffered from this storm, there's also a lot of good.
Spring signals a fresh start, and no place is that more apparent than the community fields in Jarrell, where kids' cares focus more on bats and balls.
I have all my friends here, and I've grown up here. I like this. It's a good place here.
Than life and losses. And yet it is here where so many are reminded of all that was lost 20 years ago. The exact spot where Double Creek Estates once stood, where 27 people died in the Jarrell tornado, is now literally a field of dreams, where kids like Mason Schlerner are reminded of their own family's losses.
Okay, I was lost for a second. So they built this, so that baseball field where the field is, that's where the houses were. That's where the tornado hit. Okay, that's where the houses were. Okay.
The house was pretty damaged.
His grandparents rebuilt in Jarrell, and most other people did too. But there are some things
This was the box.
time can't erase.
The high school cafeteria.
And all photographs were to be turned into the high school there. And then they
Seth and Carmona, 13. Damn. Five. Damn. All right. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When it comes to tornadoes, this might have been the craziest one I reacted to so far. Just off of, for me, it's just off of the damage was insane. For me, like, I do remember, yeah, the Tuscaloosa, bro, I think I reacted to that on my last channel. But, because I remember that one was kind of the same way where it just grew really fast. And this one started out, it was like a little finger. Like a little, like, string, like a string hanging from the sky. And then it just grew into a big-ass E5 tornado, bro. And it looked like a lot of people was caught. And I feel like and this is where a lot of people was caught off guard, too. Obviously, you had people that were able to get to a certain area in the house, but I feel like this tornado didn't really matter because I know what they mean. Because they tell you that, you know, to get in your bathtub or get in a closet or something like that, you know, put something over you. But I feel like this tornado, man, is just, it didn't really matter, you know, sadly. Yeah, I just feel like this tornado didn't matter, unfortunately, you know, where you was at in the house. Because it was literally ripping houses apart, like, down to the fucking ground, literally. Like, nothing was there. That shit was crazy. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure I stay tuned. Definitely gonna be dropping more daily, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Have that post notification button, man, so you know when boy posts. And yeah, man, I catch you in this video, man. Peace.